Hey everyone, this is Snark with Snarks Domain. Today we'll be discussing a long overdue topic, and that is U6 Pro Thermal Putty and the drama surrounding it online, the two entities that are making claims to it, and some of the stuff that I've been able to find online and what my perspective is, so stay tuned. So here you can see a picture showing both the putties on the screen. On the left hand side, we've got the Upsiren U6 Pro from Aliexpress. On the right hand side, we have U6 Pro from computer-system.gr. So you can kind of see they're different colors. They look like different consistencies and textures. One looks wet, one looks dry. So let's delve into this here and take a look at it on video for you guys. So I've got some gloves on my hands. When you're handling putty, it's advisable to wear gloves. But yeah, I bought this stuff in 2022 from Aliexpress. Just going to scoop a little bit out. So you can kind of see it's easy to form by hand. It's soft. But it still holds together, and it doesn't stick to the gloves so much. It leaves a light film on the gloves. But what this lets you do is you can form it by hand onto your GPU, the VRAM. You could roll little balls. You could roll logs like this. You could apply it with a syringe if you want to. You could use the spreader. And if you're doing shims, maybe you'll spread a light layer that way first. I usually use the log method myself. For cleanup, it kind of like sticks to itself a bit, so you can grab a chunk and kind of rub it over, and you'll get some of it right. The rest you could use a little spatula, little thermal paste spreader to clean up. And now let's take a look at the, I'll clean that up there with isopropyl. We'll take a look at the U6 Pro from computer-system.gr. So this stuff's a bit stickier. Well, quite a bit stickier, actually. We'll scoop them out. I'm going to try and do the same thing. I'm going to try and form it by hand. Now, it's not difficult to form. The problem is it sticks to the gloves. So we'll try on the silicone mat. You can see it's like almost there, right? It's almost at the correct consistency for being able to form by hand. It wouldn't take much, in my mind, for CSGR to fix this a little bit. Just make it a bit thicker. Either way, they definitely look and feel different. Alright, so now that we've kind of gotten on the same page of them being different products, let's take a look at the timeline of some of the things that I'm aware of. So here's an overview of the timeline. So on December 28th, 2020, Lin Zai-Yu files application to register Upsiren with United States Trademark Registry. And then almost a bit more than a year later, January 4th, 2022, the Upsiren trademark is finalized being registered. And it's just a registered trademark on the word itself for a brand with the scope of many, many different products. Then we fast forward to August 26th of 2022, and there's a capture on the Internet Wayback Machine of a Reddit post made by a user named computer-system.gr regarding the U6 Pro box. And so we'll get into that in a little bit. Then on December 28th, 2022, I purchased Upsiren U6 Pro from Aliexpress, and it arrived, I don't know, it was probably a few weeks. And I just kind of sat on it. I didn't test it right away. I wasn't really expecting much. I thought it was a clone of JE 8100 at the time. You know, it was pink, JE was pink. I was like, oh, it's probably just JE. So then on March 20th, 2023, I uploaded the video where I tested the Upsiren U6 Pro out from AliExpress, and the results were great, and I was impressed. And I later went on to test Upsiren UX Pro as well. I don't have that bullet on here, but either way. So then about 2 weeks later, April 4th of 2023, computer-system.gr files an application to register the word or name, product name, Upsiren U6 Pro with the European Union Trademark Registry. Because Lin Ziyu only registered it in the USA, I think probably a couple other countries, but either way, they didn't do Europe. So then on July 16th of 2023, CSGR registers the modified boxes of Upsiren U6 Pro and Upsiren UX Pro to the European Union trademark, and attaching it to the same file they already had going, basically. And then on July 31st of 2023, there's a snapshot with an updated website layout for computer-system.gr, where it's all of a sudden showing a listing of the product. Now, it's possible the product was added prior to this date, but it would have been after, I believe it was June 6th. We've got that on video. So then on October 14th of 2023, computer-system.gr receives the registration, or like basically I think it's finalized at that point. And then 2 weeks later, I finally got my CSGR putty that I had ordered, and I live streamed the application of it on YouTube, and I'll post a link to that video down below in the description. And then the next day, I take the card apart after having tested it, and I'll post that link in the description below as well. So I'll go to the search bar and type in United States Trademark search. And it's the uspto.gov website. We'll click on that. And search our trademark database. Click on this green button here. And we'll just type in Upsiren. And there we go. Click on that. So here you can see, the filing date, registration date, publication date. I'm not sure how that differs from. Interesting, but lots of dates, and you click on these little tabs. It shows what the brand covers. And yeah, it doesn't just say Thermal Putty because they sell all sorts of stuff. It is a brand. But either way, it's got lots of information. You can also search the documents. So now we're going to go to the Wayback Machine, which is a tool from the Internet Archive. Click on that. And up here, I'm just going to post a link to the post, but I'll put it in the description as well for you guys. Browse history. Okay, so it's got one snapshot on August 26, 2022. So click on that. And it sometimes takes a bit to load. So username, Computer Systems.gr, makes a post. Computer Systems announcement about misleading info on an AliExpress product. It shows a picture of the original box that it was sold in. And it had the website for Computer Systems.gr on the side. Attention, misleading info. It's underlined there. And we scroll down. And there's a comment. It says, Computer Systems would like to inform our customers that we have no connection with the brand Upsiren and product U6 Pro offered on Aliexpress. On their packaging, they mention our website, computer-system.gr, probably with intention to mislead customers. We are now working with Alibaba about this, and hopefully it will be corrected soon. Computer Systems designed and produced K5 Pro. The last months, we have noticed an increased effort to deliver counterfeit versions of our product on the market. K5 Pro is the result of a 3-year scientific work and it is produced only in Thessalonica, Greece. We strongly encourage our customers to purchase original K5 Pro, either directly from us or from our official resellers. Counterfeit products might perform decent on primary testing, but it is unlikely to keep their features long term, while there is always possibility of corrosion on PCB. Okay, so that's the post that they made, and then they've since deleted. You can't find this on Reddit anymore. You can only find it on the snapshot of the Wayback Machine. On December 28th, 2022, I purchased the Upsiren U6 Pro from Middle 99 store on Aliexpress, and then I got around to testing it, and I posted a video on my previous test bench setup on March 20th of 2023. Now, that video was up until maybe a couple months ago, maybe a month ago, I don't know. Either way, it got taken down because there was a claim made against it for violating terms of service, and I'm pretty sure that centered around there being that computer-system.gr website on the side of the box, and I showed the box in the video. So I've got that in appeals right now. I'm not sure if much will come of that. Either way, I'll be able to re-upload that video after I edit it with the box removed, just so that it doesn't violate the terms of service. Now we're going to search for the European Union trademark. Search. Sorry. I click on the EU IPO website. And we'll type in Upsiren. Click on this one here. So this shows the filing for trademark of the word or phrase, or I don't know, product Upsiren U6 Pro in Europe by the manager or the owner of Computer Systems GR. And it shows this one's more specific, obviously. Thermal paste, thermal stabilizers. Anyways, it's got that info, and you guys can browse this site as much as you want. Let's go back to the Wayback Machine again. And we're going to type in, or paste in the website for Computer Systems GR. So in 2023, we're going to look at two snapshots. I think I said June 6th before, but so June 7th, we'll click on that. And it might take a bit to load here. Now, pop it into English. All right, so this shows the layout of their website on that date. Basically, I'll just hover over the tops here. Services, support, shows a product list there. So we'll go to products. So yeah, you can see the products they have. It's K5 Pro, K4 Pro. They've got a diagnostic tool. They sell PGA coat. They've got flux. So we'll look at July 31st. And you can see it's a much different layout. So they updated it basically. And if we go to the product section, so here we have the listing of their current products that they now show. And you can see they're selling their version of Upsiren U6 Pro. Then on October 28th, 2023, I live streamed the application of computer-system.gr U6 Pro being applied to the test card. And then I put it on the test bench, ran tests, and then the following day, on October 29th, 2023, took the card apart, cleaned it up, and put other putty on. So you guys might find those streams interesting. I'll put links in the description below. Those are some of the things I was able to find online, which helped me to form my current perspective on this topic. And hopefully you guys found some of those pieces of information interesting. I guess that brings us back to them being two different products made by two different entities. So then the question arises, how do they compare to each other, and how do they compare to other thermal putties? Luckily, I have tested both. And here is a chart showing performance. So just a bit on this chart. Basically, after applying a product to a card on the VRAM, I slap it all together. I always use like MX4 paste on the core while doing VRAM tests. I put it on my test bench, which is an open air frame. And then I boot into Windows. I start up MSI Afterburner. I set the overclock to minus 502 on the core, plus 1100 on the memory, and then fixed fan speed of 85%. Then within HWinfo, I start a log. Basically on the bottom right, you can kind of click and start logging data, and then I'll mine Ethereum Classic or ETC hash algorithm for 2 hours. Now I pull data all the way from hour mark number 1 to hour mark number 2, and then averaged that each data point out. And that's what you're seeing in this chart, is data from those second hours for each of these items. And I've got a Aqua Computer Quadro with temperature sensors that are sitting just in front of the GPU fans. And I take that to measure ambient data, not cycle time, but the resolution of testing is basically 2 seconds. So if you look on the left-hand side of the columns, there are the actual temps. We've got core temp, VRAM temp, which is highlighted, and then hotspot. And then the middle blue column is ambient. And then we have the purple columns for ambient delta temperatures. So these are made by taking the measured temperatures and minusing an averaged ambient temperature between the two sensors that I use to measure ambient in front of the GPU. And then I highlight the VRAM T delta. So the VRAM T delta, the purple one, column is the most important column to pay attention to. And as you can see, if you look 6 rows down, you'll find Upsiren U6 Pro, purchased from Aliexpress, middle 999 store, and it achieved a VRAM T delta of 53.4 degrees Celsius. Now if you look second from the bottom, you'll find CSGR U6 Pro, purchased from Amazon CSGR store, and it achieved an 83 degrees Celsius VRAM T delta, meaning that it was 83 degrees hotter than the ambient temperature at the time. That's 30 degrees difference in performance between Upsiren U6 Pro from Aliexpress and CSGR U6 Pro from CSGR. That doesn't even tell the whole story though, because in the far right column, we've got watts. Now you can see the vast majority of putties are able to keep the card cool enough that it doesn't throttle. The bottom three, including CSGR K5 Pro, CSGR U6 Pro, and also Slice Engineering Boron Nitride Paste, they're all throttled down to that 165, 166 watts, and they're still achieving the temperatures that they are. They're hitting that 110 degree limit. So yeah, I mean, buy whichever product you want. And there's other putties out there. I'm still going to be testing more and adding it to this chart. And also, I'll put a link in the description of where you can find the most up-to-date charts for all sorts of products, including thermal pastes and PTMs, as I gradually build those charts out. But yeah, they're different products. They perform differently. You go with whatever makes your heart happy. I think that's it for me on this video. It was a long one. It took me a while to make it just because energetically I don't enjoy this type of video. I enjoy testing stuff out. That's why I've been streaming as often as I am able to and testing more stuff. So let's get back to that, and hopefully, ideally, less of this. This is Snark with Snarks Domain, and thanks for watching this video. You guys have a great day.